Dear colleagues and friends, honorable guests, as every year, our important assembly offers us a venue to reflect together on the challenges that persist towards a sustainable peace through justice and to coordinate our efforts in order to strengthen the common fight against impunity for the most atrocious crimes under the international law. During this year, however, the backdrop has changed dramatically. The criminal war in Ukraine has shaken the strategic framework of the international relationship, and even those few certainties left in terms of minimum conditions of legality and cooperation relationship between states have crumbled. With Russia blatantly illegitimate aggression and the criminal and terrorist manner in which the war is being conducted, the subject of international criminal justice has become topical again, and the role of the International Criminal Court is inevitably being looked to with a renewed interest for the affirmation of inalienable principles. At this time, it would be appropriate and necessary, I believe, for the European Union and any other countries that shares our values to take the lead in seizing the momentum. Many colleagues and I are putting forward some suggestions on how the European Union could step up its engagement in the global fight against impunity, such as by increasing its support for universal jurisdiction at the national and international level, including for the crime of aggression, as well as establishing flexible cooperation and funding mechanisms to strictly collect and analyze evidence of crimes. As chair of the PGA group in the European Parliament, it is my objective by the end of this mandate to obtain for the Parliament a strong position and many proposals and calls to action to the European institution on this matter. At the moment, we are working toward achieving this by introducing amendments to the most relevant files of the European Parliament. For example, I presented some of them to the 2022 annual report, Human Rights and Democracy in the World, and the European Union's policy on the matter, on the Committee of the Foreign Affairs. And we soon be voted in the relevant committee. Some of these proposals include a call to action to the European Commission and the EEAS to develop a comprehensive EU action plan on fighting impunity, exploring ways and presenting new tools to contribute to the fight against international crimes, to step up the Union's efforts to help the victims of violation of international human rights law and of international humanitarian law, to access international justice and to obtain remedy and reparation, including through building the capacity of member states and non-EU countries to apply the principle of universal jurisdiction in their domestic legal systems, and also to discuss the possibility of the appointment of a EU special representative on international humanitarian law and international justice, and finally, to promote a reform of the Statute of Rome through amendments to the Rome Statute itself, aimed to align the ICC jurisdiction on the crime of aggression with already in place for genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes. If these amendments won't pass the committee stage, I will seek the support of the EP PGA members and other committee colleagues to present them during the plenary examination of the file. Leading to my conclusions, the events of the last year have demonstrated the imperative of justice at all levels to hold the perpetrators of international crimes to account. The Consultative Assembly of Parliamentarians on the International Criminal Court and the rule of law is a splendid occasion to map potential pathways to overcome the growing challenges to accountability, to respond to the needs of human rights defenders, to uphold and strengthen the role of the ICC, supporting universal jurisdiction and transitional justice processes, as well as the experiences with new investigative mechanisms and recent ICJ proceedings. The prospects for international criminal justice are evolving, and it would be about time to take a leap forward. The relaunch of the initiative of a diplomatic conference for the reopening for signature of the Statute of Rome, calling on the states, or at least all the other democracies of the world, to recognize and ratify the statutes of the International Criminal Court, could be a first very important and critical step in this direction. This could be the occasion to introduce additional adjustment to the text, such as removing the Security Council's caveats on certain procedures, reaffirming a more incisive role for the General Assembly, or giving greater autonomy and effectiveness to the court's jurisdiction, and finally, aligning the ICC's jurisdiction on the crime of aggression with that already in place on genocide, crimes against humanity and war, as I said also in my amendments. In conclusion, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you that are participating today and that fight every day for this cause that we share with pride, and for the amazing organization behind this event. I wish to all of you a very successful work. Can't wait to see you again in person. Greetings from Yerevan, in which I'm in mission right now, and really see you soon, and best of luck to all of us.